I'm in motion. 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 I'm in motion.
Shit gets spooky every day in October.
What it do, Fame family?
I'm back with another one, and today,
Shit gets spooky. We're gonna take a quick trip into an owl's nest. We'll get to see them in their natural habitat. Now you're gonna see crying, you're gonna see some caping, and maybe a couple laughs here and there. At least for you. So pull up a chair.
and let's go to Club Hell.
Now I wasn't really planning on doing a video today, but thanks to our friend Big Zo TV, I came across a live stream today that as far as I know is still going on. Now, as a psychology major, I'm very interested in the topic of mental illness. Why do we do what we do? Why do we think how we think? What influences what we enjoy to consume? And what biases do we have towards those things? One thing that I've been fascinated about is the stan culture. How a hyper fandom of an artist or a celebrity consumes you, consumes the way you think, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way that you dress, even the way you become angry and how you react to that anger. So when I started watching this Club Paradise live stream, I wanted to really understand what the mindset to how these individuals think and ultimately how they react towards their own echo chamber. I believe the results were interesting to say the least, definitely. And I was able to produce some clips that we can kind of go over today. We'll react or discuss what was said.
I park your son. The very first.
Nah.
Okay. And a little bit of insight. What they were doing is that they were going over the Drake versus Kendrick battle, and they were doing a recap of all the songs. Now, they're going to attempt to do a breakdown of the lyrics, which the OVHoes are not very well versed in that type of field. I will say at times I was impressed. They did a decent job, but things get a little wild. So let's get into this.
I park your son. The very first.
Nah. I gotta do it because I know people are just like they're gonna be passive about me playing this and not actually listening. They're just like, let's get on to the next one. So we're gonna have to actually break down his bars. So let's see what he actually talking about, all right? Because that's fair to them and us. So we can really see if he really saying anything.
Yeah, I'm out the way. Yeah, I'm low, okay. Yeah, the island right here is remote, okay. I ain't thinking about no reaper. Nigga, I'm reaping what I sow, okay. Got a Benjamin and a Jackson all in my house like I'm Joe, okay. Hellcat. Met his homeboys in them types LA solo, okay. Everybody wanna be demons till they get chipped by your throwaway. And I'm
Everybody want to be demons till they get chipped by a throwaway. I guess he's referring to that verse, which he put on the song last minute, which means that he specifically procured that verse to be that way. Go ahead, Rico.
So I genuinely believe that they are referring to 616 in LA because they play 616 in LA and they refer to the first verse as a throwaway. But then later on they also refer to the first verse on Meet the Grams as a throwaway. So I think they're a bit confused. As we all kind of know already, that throwaway was like that, right? So let's keep going.
Oh, you want to go bar? You want to go bar for bar, or you want to wait to the end? I'm just holding my hand up just to break down the bars because you know I love this shit.
Let's go bar for bar.
Yeah, if we wait to the end, it's gonna be too much. Though I'm gonna forget. So I
So
just
I
want to go
actually,
through
this is the only the beginning of this verse is the only part that I give Kendrick credit for. I think he did this masterfully, if
Okay.
I'm not mistaken. This is a response. This is the only direct response, by the way, that he gave in the whole entire beef. This was actually the first that rhyme scheme. That's a quadruple entendre. So he's directly responding to like the tailor-made freestyle outro where he's talking about you better be coming up with a quadruple entendre. So he's talking about when he's talking about I got a Benjamin
No, he did his research.
and a Jackson
Okay.
in my house like I'm Joe. Okay, he's obviously this is when this is you can say that Drake started the rhyme scheme, the back and forth rhyme scheme between the Michael Jackson and Prince shit on first person shooter, but it went from that to like that to this one where he's continuing on that rhyme scheme. So it's that. He's also talking about the two paintings that were in the White House that Joe Budden put in. He's also talking about Michael Jackson and his pet rat Benji. So he's talking about like bread, obviously. So he's
For those of you who don't know, there was a movie. I remember when I was a kid, I watched it. Michael Jackson made a song called Ben about a rat, and the song was made for a horror film that came out in 1972 about a killer rat. Just in case you were unfamiliar with that song. So I think this is what they're referring to. I don't really recall Michael Jackson ever having a rat called Benji, but whatever.
he has like a quadruple entendre. So this is the only one that I really give him credit for on this particular song. So if you wanted to break that particular part down.
Hey, like I said, hey, just everybody, because I got a couple comments said, bro, yeah,
But I think it's
niggas
important.
about to crash out. It's cool. We need Rico to do this because they're gonna listen and clip and say we're not being fair. So he's probably the best person that can be fair in this
But
situation.
no, hold
so
on. It's not
we
even.
will listen, but we know it's still trash.
It's not even just that. You have to.
We'll listen, but we know it's still trash. I will give him credit for at least being open-minded to listening.
Explain how he did his Michael Jackson and Prince rhyme scheme because later on that becomes very important in terms of Drake's
That's a fact.
because he responds to it directly on every track.
That's a fact. Dun.
Yeah, this is the only one. I kind of have to agree with Rico in terms of all of Kendrick's music. This is the only one I think that there's like lyricism in. I mean, there's actually the rest of his stuff to me is just garbage. It's Looney Tunes music, right? So the Not Like Us, it sounds like a minstrel show to me. I don't care.
So we gonna stay here.
I'm
We're
staying
stay on this
there.
song and we'll get there.
But yeah, no. So this one, the Tommy Hilfiger FUBU lines. I actually this song can completely what he's outlaying up until this point is the cultural lines about Tommy Hilfiger FUBU. How it's never part of your collection, and if you know FUBU, you know what he's talking about. You know Tommy, you know what he's talking about, and the differences between both brands. Of course, the Jackson lines, the manipulators and all that. And then once he starts going on to the second beat change, 'cause I think there's three beat changes in there, beat switches in this. Yeah, I mean, this is the only one with actual content for me. The rest of them are bad, but
Like he talks about you're faking for likes and digital hugs. So when he talks about you're praying, you go on Instagram pray for my city. This is a real important part of Toronto, the inner city of Toronto at this particular time. This is 2018 when this happened. So Drake, I'm going to keep this as short as possible. Drake brought two enemies together. So Smoke Dogg and Pressa. Smoke Dogg and Pressa belong to two different enemy gangs, right? He brought them both on tour with the Migos tour with them, and they worked together and they became friends during this entire situation. It was
And you know what? This guy, I forget what his name is. I think his name is Rico or something. And he's done more of his research than anybody else in this group. So I'll definitely give him props for that.
for the city, especially the inner city, right? Flash forward to 2018 when Scorpion's being released. Smoke Dogg, one of the people that were on that tour, he gets popped on. If anybody wants to, I can post the video if you want because he died in broad day on camera. He gets shot in the head in the hood. So this is a couple hours before the Scorpion release party. So this is the same day Scorpion is dropping, and this is when Drake goes online and he says, "I can't understand it. I'm confused and angry. And just pray for my city." When he's speaking about this, this is a real moment within his city. Nobody trivialized. If he trivial, I don't even know how to say this. If he made fun, if Drake made fun of like black kids dying in the inner cities of Compton, this nigga would have been the KKK, Donald Trump, MAGA, all types of fucking crazy shit during this beef.
I mean, yeah, but Drake ultimately did become MAGA, and we know why. The rhetoric that he evolved into. I hate using that word evolve in this case because it's not as if Drake reached greater heights of learning, but his relationship with the Nelk Boys and Aiden Ross, academics, and all those MAGA adjacent content creators, we really saw the self-destruction of Drake. As of recently, the state of Missouri filed a lawsuit against the company Stake, Aiden Ross, and Drake for illegally marketing gambling in Missouri. So Stake's connection to not only Aiden Ross and other known MAGA adjacent personalities has resulted in a sticky situation for Drake. So we'll see how this how the news develops. And if you follow my socials on X or Instagram, even TikTok, I'll try to keep you up to date with developments in that case. But let's get back to this.
He did that, but this nigga can make fun of inner city black youth dying in Toronto. It doesn't make any sense to me. So I don't like the bar. It's one of the worst bars of all time, and it was just only done for like a punchline, for the sake of a punchline.
Not only a bad bar.
Just to be clear, Kendrick was never making light of this situation of anybody getting hurt. If anything, he was pointing out how Drake can act so hard one moment and then the next he plays the role of a victim and that he wants people to pray for his city. Yet if we keep his own lyrics in mind, he raps about having mob ties and, as we're very familiar with, his ties with the Hells Angels. So it seems that Drake is constantly cosplaying, whether it be a gangster, a mobster, a rapper, a streamer as of recent, and altogether as this actor that we're seeing. Let's keep going.
Bar, now that you explain it, is disrespectful as fuck. But go ahead, Blue.
Yeah, real quick, I want to say double down what Dun Dun said about like this is the first time like children being brought up. Taylor made Drake said, "Talk about me like a young."
Now that silence that you're hearing, that silence that you're listening to, the host had cut the mic, so I was freaking out, thinking, "Wait, did my recording stop?" But nope. And as you'll hear, it'll pick up again.
The Joe Budden podcast, they were talking about girls in their 20s. Kendrick was the first person to say you make music to pacify them. We know what the fuck he was saying. This nigga was the first person to bring up children. Niggas was talking about young girls, and
So the word pacify, as we all know, yeah, that was a bit of a double entendre. It really wasn't a word to describe young children. but the word is definitely used more in the context of pacify, as in put to sleep, calm, and the double entendre to that was as a pacifier. So if they mean that the pacifier is connected to children, I'll kind of give them that, but that's kind of a stretch a little bit. It is, the word pacify does mean to describe the visual of a pacifier. So I think that's a little bit of a stretch to say that he was the first one to mention a child. But let's keep going.
Children are two different things. So I just wanted to put that out there.
Nah, you got to understand something. I can't give Kendrick credit for that. That definitely falls on Joe Budden, because that long ass post that Drake made that he was going to fuck off on Joe Budden was specifically for that reason.
Okay.
It wasn't because he didn't like the album. He was criticizing the music. He was already alluding.
So this guy Rico, he did a very good job at not giving Kendrick credit for, which that's perfectly fine. And he's going to give it to Joe Budden instead. Now, again, we have to go back to Tailor-Made Freestyle, where Drake did use in his rapping style an AI version of not only Pac, but Snoop, and where he himself infers the interaction with minors. So I just needed to note that.
On the Joe Budden podcast.
I think that was
like
that's what Blue was saying. He was saying that Joe Budden started that shit with that teenage fever shit. Yeah.
I'm saying that I disagree with Blue, that he's just talking about young women. Joe Budden was alluding to underage women, not just young women, bro. I understand the famous part of the interview was him saying that, why are you talking to a girl that's 25 years old? But he starts talking, if you listen to the whole thing, and Dunn can back me up on this, he starts alluding to there might be women that are younger than legal age. Because then he starts talking about the time that, what's the girl's name, the girl he made Jaded for?
Georgia Smith.
Yeah, her. Yeah, he starts talking about her, that he did her when she was 19. He might even said that she was 18, and he starts alluding to girls that are younger. So I think the whole pedal angle comes from Joe Budden, in my opinion. I agree with Drake's assessment on that on that record, and I don't think it's just young women. I think he was referring to girls as well, like underage girls.
Yeah, but when I was talking about mentioning kids, that there's a.
I mean, look, at the very least, they're honest about what was inferred, or at least this individual is. Yeah, let's keep going.
Line like a couple bars after this one, when he's talking about
Marcus son.
No. When he's talking about I got to raise my son, but you don't know nothing about that. Like that part. I'm like, okay, well, at this point, you've crossed the line mentioning children. And when I say mentioning children, I'm talking about his child. So that was Kendrick's first. Euphoria to me was like, okay, this is obviously, you're escalating this, to be honest.
But let's keep in mind, we have to be honest, and we have to mention that Drake did initially mention Whitney on Push-Ups, which, if I recall, they're going to talk about that later.
Let me do this. Let me. I'm gonna finish each song now, because I see that we want to break down the whole thing as we go. So finish this jump. I'll play the next one. We'll talk about it after this song. I hate him even more. That nigga sounds disgusting now. You want these extra details?
I hate when a rapper talk about guns, then somebody die, they turn into nuns, then hop online like pray for my city. He faking for likes and digital hugs. His daddy a killer, he wanna be junior. They must have forgot the shit that they done. Dementia must run in his family, but let it get shaky. I park your son.
Also, Kendrick, your dad got robbed for chicken by your manager and business partner. So shut the fuck up.
And when has he ever rapped in some?
So Ducky got robbed for chicken is what they're referring here. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out the last track on the album Damn, called Duckworth. It's an amazing story. And in that song, Kendrick seemingly tells the story of Anthony Top Dog Tiffett and his father, Ducky, and their interaction many years before Kendrick even meets Top Dog. And in this song, Kendrick raps about a specific interaction and of what could have been if things didn't go the way they went that day. It's an amazing track. has an awesome sample in it. And I recommend you go check it out. And while I'm recommending things, this is a perfect opportunity for you to hit that like button. And while you're at it, subscribe and turn your notifications on so that you don't miss any future content.
This way, I didn't point down enough. Today I show you I learned from those mistakes. Somebody had told me that you got a ring. On God, I'm ready to double the wage. I'd rather do that than let a Canadian nigga make pot turn in his grave. Cut the business, you got shit twisted. What is it, the brakes? I hurt your feelings, you don't work with me no more. Okay. There's 3 ghosts left, and I see 2 of them kissing and hugging on stage. I love her to death, and in 8 bars I'll explain that phrase. It's not nobody can tell me. I don't want to talk on no celly. You know I got language barriers. It's no accent you can sell me. You're cold and Ivory, know I'm a selfish nigga. The crown is heavy. I pray they my real friends. If not, I'm YNW Melly.
Wait, why he make Euphoria and then focus on Drake? Why the fuck he talking about Cole?
You popping shit at Pharrell for him. My hair is the beef.
I love the nitpicking that they're doing. Why does he make Euphoria and why does he focus on Cole? He doesn't really focus on Cole, but he has a right to throw shots at Cole. I think that's hilarious that 1 or 2 lines from the whole song that's directed mainly at Drake. And as a matter of fact, when this song first came out, my critique was Cole didn't get enough verses thrown towards him. But
yeah, fuck all that pushing P. Let me see you push a T. You better off spinning again on him. You think about pushing me. He's Terrence Thornton, I'm Terrence Crawford. Yeah, I'm whooping feet. We ain't gotta get personal, this a friendly fade. You should keep it that way. I know some shit about niggas that make gonna wanna look like a saint. This ain't been about critics, not about gimmicks, not about who the greatest. It's always been about love and hate. Now let me say I'm the biggest hater. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. I hate the way that you sneak this. If I catch flight, it's gonna be direct.
Why the fuck did we let that shit slide?
I don't fucking
We're talking
know.
about a rap
I don't
beef
fucking
where
know.
niggas are supposed to be macho machismo, and you talking about I'm the biggest hater. I hate the way you dress, and we know why the way you dress, nigga.
I
Like
thought we
what
hated
the
haters.
fuck? Go ahead, bro.
Like
I don't know, bro. I use that line on the culture people. When
exactly.
they ask me why don't I like them, all these people from LA, I don't like the way that you walk. See, when we say that about them, then it's discrimination. When I say I don't like how you dress, I don't like how you walk or you talk. Like when I say this about people from Compton who've been wearing the same clothes for 40 years, then it's discrimination when we say like that's
I'm not going to assume this individual's ethnicity, but it's only discrimination if you're directing that type of hate towards a black or brown community. But even then, I mean, I find it funny the part where they say, I can't believe we let that slide. You got to keep in mind, all Kendrick was doing is I think they missed the irony in what Kendrick was saying when he admitted to being the biggest hater. Part of it was irony, but part of it is true. But then he goes and explains why he dislikes Drake, or actually why he hates Drake. And he seemingly borrows an idea from DMX, who had said it himself in a Breakfast Club interview, which, mind you, in hip hop, ideas are either borrowed or they use as inspiration. Drake himself has used hundreds of verses as inspiration for his own songs. So let's not pretend that Kendrick is the only one who is inspired by a phrase, a sentence, or an idea.
What about Drake? You like Drake?
No. My man.
He didn't even say a little bit. He didn't even say halfway.
That's my guy right there. No. That's why X is necessary in the game right there.
Now why don't you like Drake?
I don't like anything about Drake.
Mom,
I don't like his fucking voice. I don't like what he talks about. I don't.
See, I be trying to tell these
face. I don't like the way he walks, like nothing. I don't like his haircut. I might just let me shut up. I'll just stop right there.
Well, let's continue.
what I'm saying. That's why to me some of these lines are comical because I use them against the Kendrick people. I do not like the way that I don't like them. So
40 years is crazy.
I said these are we're talking about two big rappers. One is the biggest in the world. The other one is like in the mix somewhere trying to be number one. And he's talking about how he don't like how the biggest niggas dress, walk,
crazy.
Talk. And but he's supposed to be better than him. So if you,
but of course he's biting that
what a
from
nigga.
DMX.
Yeah, a nigga that's been less than me, that's broker than me, that ain't got shit on me. I ain't never worried about what the fuck he do. Matter of fact, the reason that he do his shit is the reason he's below me. So
bro. But
It only affect.
this nigga Kendrick objectively dressed gayer than Drake. Like that's a fact. That's an objective
He
fact,
shops
bro.
at the petite women's section at
Yo,
Celine.
facts. Like, bro, it's just too many examples. Like, I understood if you dressed way differently than him, bro.
But
You can even make fun.
And the woman speaking that you heard is a Drake super fan that's in this Club Paradise club or whatever you want to call it. She goes by the name of Member something, and a lot of you know her by the AI picture that she has on her profile.
Just too many examples. Like, I understood if you dressed way differently than him, bro.
But
you can even make fun of the nail polish shit, bro. You still look 100,000% gay.
but what you aren't able to notice is that Kendrick code switches when he dresses. When Kendrick goes to France and he's around white people, he'll put on the most feminine, fruity thing out there and cross his legs. But then when you do the Super Bowl, you want to dress, you dress different. He code switches. He code switches all the time.
Yo, bro, but
and
that
then
was the first time
when
he
you're on a
dressed like
Black
that
Panther
in,
video,
15 years. He always dresses feminine, bro.
The Black Panther video. We want to talk about code switching, but how many uniforms have we seen Drake sport in the past 5 years alone? Now, criticizing Kendrick because he has an eclectic style, okay. But with that logic, you're criticizing Drake as well, because Drake has an extremely eclectic style. Not only does he paint his nails, but he's often seen wearing Hello Kitty memorabilia. He's had rollers in his hair, clips, and that's just to name a few. Let's keep it going.
Super Bowl, he had those tight ass jeans on. Okay, like he could have been in a Genuine video.
All right,
and he loves South Park, so token.
That is not funny, and it is not true.
He could have been in a Genuine video. And he likes South Park. I don't know who doesn't like South Park.
Hold up!
I'm sure 90% of these individuals like South Park, which is the logic in that is ridiculous.
Hip hop was trying to speak, and then I see I can't stop you in the middle no more. I just gotta finish.
Oh, my bad.
Go ahead, hip hop.
But they flaunt the word culture, right? But in culture, we shun haters.
We shun haters. Again, missing the irony in Kendrick's statement.
Shit, bro. Like Haley and Lila and them bitches, bro. Them bitches is bad as fuck, bro. That nigga got a crazy roster. I said this for over a year. This nigga Drake's roster is absolutely insane, bro.
My thing is just on my shit is just on manhood, my nigga. I don't care if his bitch was bad, ugly, short, tall, skinny. He can dress or he can't dress. You don't speak to other people about another man like that, do you, nigga? Why you worried about that nigga? Like that's weird as hell to me, man.
So you don't speak about another man. They're not talking about Drake. They're talking about Kendrick. Okay. So, but some of the criticisms that are thrown out there are things that Drake has been involved in. So I find it ironic as hell. It's hilarious. The first time I heard this, I cannot stop laughing. This shit's hilarious.
I'm confused.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, nigga, you will get, if you come to the hood and you say, bro, you come to the hood, you look, well, I don't care how you look. You can look great, dusty, whatever, get bitches, and you point out, hey, you know that nigga that's running the hood? Man, that nigga dusty as hell. I hate the way he dressed, man. That nigga all them bitches, fuck them bitches. I hate the bitches he be fucking. You gonna look like a dumbass, bro. You gonna look like a hater. Like, he running the hood right now, and you come in to hate on him. Like, niggas gonna jump you, man.
Yo, but those bitches that he's talking about really his homegirls. Like, exactly. Serena, Rihanna, bro. Like, those are his real life homegirls. Weird. Like, nigga, that's all the bitches. You know all the bitches he fuck. You actually friends.
And I've heard this argument that you're calling out the women that Drake's been involved in, and those women that he's been involved with are either your friends or your known collaborators. I don't necessarily think that Kendrick is talking about them specifically. I think what Kendrick is referring to is the image of the women that he's portraying to society. The women that he talks about in his raps are very much the women that like to be controlled or manipulated, because let's not sugarcoat this. Drake is most definitely, he doesn't respect women. And I believe that Kendrick is referring to that image But let's keep going.
with them, nigga. What do you mean you hate them?
Drake fucks them. He gets friend zoned like crazy.
Yo, when somebody was making the case that he might be like gay and like that's why he's low key hating because he's hating from like the perspective of the woman getting Drake. I can kind of see that, bro.
This nigga fuck Rihanna. He hit Rihanna too?
No. I'm saying Drake's.
Yo,
Did you ask that question? Wait, no, hip hop. Did you ask did he fuck Rihanna?
No, I'm saying like he did fuck Rihanna, and is Kendrick saying he hate that too?
Oh, okay.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
That wasn't him saying. We'll rewind it. I think that the guy tried to play it off as if no, I'm saying he did. But let's go back.
No. I'm saying
perspective of the woman getting Drake. I can kind of see that, bro.
This nigga fuck Rihanna. He hit Rihanna too? He hit Rihanna too?
He hit Rihanna too?
He hit Rihanna too?
No. I'm saying Drake.
He hit Rihanna too?
That sounds like an individual who's surprised that Drake got with Rihanna. Not an individual who was saying, no, he got with Rihanna. I just thought that was a funny soundbite.
Drake's.
Did you ask that question? Wait, no, hip hop. Did you ask did he fuck Rihanna?
No, I'm saying like he did fuck Rihanna. And is Kendrick saying he hate that too?
Oh, okay. I thought you were asking if he fucked Rihanna. I was like, nigga, where you been?
Go ahead. Ty want to speak. Go ahead, Ty.
Hey, what's up, Owls? Woo!
Man, I'm dead.
So anyway, what I want to say was quickly.
Y'all hear that too?
Okay, I'll be honest with you. I did fart.
I don't like the way you dress. I hate the women and I hate all that. I'm in my 50s, so I've been listening to Drake for a long time. God damn! The funny thing about that is DMX. On DMX interview, I saw this when it happened. DMX was straight off. He didn't like it. He was honest about his feelings. He kept it real. So what he felt. Kendrick, you're scary. You hiding behind a lot of people. You didn't like them. You could have been said something. So to me, you're taking what another man said and you're putting it on an album like this is coming from you. Oh, you got balls now?
Kendrick never once said that the statement originated from him, but he expressed that's how he felt. So for it to be okay for DMX to do it, and you heard her, she adamantly said it was okay for DMX because that's the way he felt. If Kendrick feels the same way, then it should be okay.
DMX said that a long time ago. I had a hard problem with that because I love Drake, but I love DMX too. But I respected the fact that DMX stood on what he said.
But even his style, so I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah, I forgot about that point. The lyric that he said that he was hating was stolen from DMX, and also DMX came back and took it back and said, "No, Drake, he a real one. I wasn't thinking right. I got some bad information.
He apologized.
And no, here I love Drake.
And DMX is allowed to change his feelings. That was interacting with Drake, and he had a good experience with Drake, and decided, okay, he's not the individual that I felt that he was. He has the right to do that. He also has the right to change up if he was getting negative feedback from fans because of this statement. I'm not saying either one is factual. I'm just saying those are possibilities that could have happened. DMX has that right.
Nigga love Drake.
He said I apologized to him in person. He said he ran into him.
Yeah.
Yep,
so you took DMX after he already apologized and still tried to use his lines from that interview. Damn, good shit, Ty. You cooked.
That's why it's nasty, man. That's why it's nasty for him to use all this stuff. Like, it's been disproven that, like, or at least these guys have grown up and actually had conversations with this man about him. He talked with 40 and him and were like, no, you guys really know my music and are really about that life. So the idea that he got, it's so counterproductive because clearly DMX certified him, went thoroughbred with him entirely, went through him, and it's like, okay, he's really good. But now you're saying he's not hip hop. It's like DMX, of all people, don't play that shit. So for him to be certified by DMX and you still act like this shit, it's fucking wild.
The worst bar hasn't even came yet.
We get into it. Let's go ahead and finish the jump.
We hate the bitches you fuck, cause they confuse themselves with real women. Then notice I said we, it's not just me, I'm what the culture feeling. How many more fairy tale stories about your life till we had a melody? Sound like Drake when he act tough. You gon' make a nigga bring back Puff. Let me see if Chubbs really crash something. You're my first one, like my last one. It's a classic, you don't have one. Let your core audience stomach that. Didn't tell them where you get your abs from. V12, it's a fast one. Bow, bow, bow. Ass one. Headshot for the year. You better walk around like Daft Punk. Remember? Hey, Top Dog, who the fuck they think they playing with? Extortion my middle name as soon as you jump off of that plane, bitch. I'm allergic to the lame shit. Only you like being famous. Yachty can't give you no swag neither. I don't give a fuck about who you hanging with. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. Surprised you wanted that feature request. You know that we got some shit to address. I even hate when you say the word nigga. But that's just me, I guess. Some shit just cringeworthy. Ain't even gotta be deep, I guess. Still love when you see success. Everything with me is blessed. Keep making me dance, waving my hand, and it won't be no threat. I'm knowing they call you the boy, but where's the man? Cause I ain't seen him yet. Matter of fact, I ain't even bleed him yet. Can I bleed him back? When I see you stand by sexy red, I believe you see two bad bitches. I believe you don't like women. It's real competition. You might pop ass with them. Let's speak on percentage. Show me your splits. I'll make sure I double back with you. You assigned to a nigga that signed to a nigga that said he was signed to that nigga. Try cease and desist on a like that record. Oh, what? You ain't like that record? Back to back. I like that record. I'ma get back to that for the record. Why would I call around trying to get dirt on niggas? Y'all think of my life as rap? That's whole shit. I got a son.
He never did.
Raise, but I can see you don't know nothing about that. Waking them up, know nothing about that. Then tell them to pray, know nothing about that.
Nah, bro, say he got a son to raise. He ain't got a son. That's crazy.
It's schizophrenia.
Speaking the truth and consider what God's
Apparently, Kendrick doesn't have a son.
considering. You don't know nothing about that. Ain't 20v1, it's 1v20 if I gotta smack niggas that right with you. Yeah, bring them out too. I clean them out too. Tell Bean that he better stay right with you. Am I battling ghosts or AI? Nigga feeling like Joe Hill Austin. Funny, he was in a film called AI. And my sixth sense telling me to off him. I'm a blick niggas all in the coffin. Yeah,
We know he wasn't talking about the right person.
Tell them run to America to imitate heritage. They can't imitate this violence. What I learned is
I want to go into the Joe Hill Austin line because friends of the channel, I believe they've even gone on to say that this was kind of a mistake from Kendrick. And I don't necessarily believe that this was a mistake. Kendrick is so calculative that he purposely mixed Joel Osteen and Haley Joel Osment. Now, why do I believe that? He's obviously describing in that mix of two names, he's describing Haley Joel Osment, who stars in The Sixth Sense, stars in AI, and in the 2000s, early 2000s, I believe, he was a child star, and he was in a lot of movies. His face was recognizable. And I believe that the mix with Joel Osteen, who's this mega church televangelist, comparing Drake to the criticism that Joel Osteen's problem stemmed from criticism of his prosperity gospel theology. His lavish lifestyle funded by book sales and ministry is basically paid for by his churchgoers. So basically the members of his church are funding Joel Osteen's lavish lifestyle. So I don't necessarily think that this was an accident. I believe he's comparing Joel Osteen to Drake while also referring to Haley Joel Osment from the Sixth Sense movie. So it was kind of like he melded two names into one.
don't like the West Coast, and I'm fine with it. I'll push the line with it. Pick a nigga off one at a time with it. We can be on a 3-hour time difference. Don't speak on the family, Crody. You can get deep in the family, Crody. Talk about me and my family, Crody. Someone go bleed in your family, Crody. I be at New Hall King eating fried rice with a dip sauce and
he
a
rhymed family and Crody like 5 times.
We could do this right now on the camera, Crody.
Great point. He did use Crody a lot, which is not really typical of Kendrick to do. Not as typical as it is for Drake to do. Drake uses this scheme a lot. So if that's a critique of Kendrick, then that's probably the same critique that they're going to have for Drake, or at least you would think they would.
Fuck y'all niggas, I don't trust y'all niggas. I wave one finger and thump y'all niggas like, field goal punk y'all niggas, they punk y'all niggas. Nobody never took my food. Whoever that's fucking with them, fuck you niggas and fuck the industry too. If you take it there, I'm taking it further. That's something you don't want to do.
So before everybody talk, go ahead and put your hands up if you want to speak about this song before we move on to the next one. But the thing that pissed me off the most about this entire track, all the bullshit, all the lies, all the he wasn't really on beat, the rhythm, it was just like not even good. If like what the fuck?
What the hell?
But the shit that pissed me off the most is like somebody said, he mentioned kids first. He tried to bait Drake into being petty and then said, "Don't do it because I'll do it too." Like you already said shit.
Tailor-made freestyle. Also push-ups.
Pow.
Drake mentions Whitney.
His kid. You already talked about his fucking family. You already alluded to him being a bad father, and then said, "Hey, don't talk about my family or else," because you knew that if he did respond to the bullshit you said, then people were going to take your side and say, "Well, Drake started it when you started it." And that's the most pussy shit I've ever seen in my life. But it's cool. Hip hop. Sienna first.
Not only that, we should have known this nigga's finna lie a whole battle when he said Drake don't got no classics. That's when I turned that shit off right there. I was like, Drake
Matter of fact,
got no
wait.
classics now?
Matter of fact, nigga, he started from J. Cole. J. Cole said it about him.
See,
bro, just stealing bars. Like, what the fuck?
Niggas started lying. I was like, all right, take care. Nothing was the same. It's too late, not classics no more. And niggas all on Twitter just running with that. Drake ain't got no classics.
Nigga, Kendrick's don't take care. He should want it to be a classic.
What are you talking about?
What the fuck is happening?
Bro.
Big JML.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, I think with the whole family shit, I think Kendrick was talking about like when Drake mentioned Whitney on push-ups, so he was all like, but Kendrick did mention the kid shit first, which is kind of
Wait, no. I see what you're trying to do.
I'm just
Drake didn't mention Whitney on push-ups.
honest, bro. I'm just being honest. I'm a
He
fan
said,
of his shit,
Drake,
you know?
tell me when did he mention Kenny? When did he mention her?
You
talking about the bodyguard like Whitney?
Yeah.
Hilarious. This is, you got to keep in mind, these are Club Paradise members. So anybody speaking in this live event or whatever, they're part of the club. They have to be in the club to speak. So this is hilarious.
Is that about Whitney? Is that about Kendrick?
That's not about Whitney. That's about Kendrick.
That's not about, like, what the fuck, bro?
It's not about Whitney, Kendrick wife?
It's about.
So they're saying the Whitney line is not really about Whitney, even though they mention Whitney. They're actually, it's a diss directed towards Kendrick. Although if you're using Whitney at the expense, you are using her as a weapon towards Kendrick. You are weaponizing her. So yes, it is a diss towards Whitney as well.
Kendrick, he's saying that Whitney has to be with a bodyguard because he beats her.
Oh.
It's not about Whitney. It's about Kendrick. It's a diss to Kendrick. It's not dissing Whitney, bro.
I mean,
just being honest,
but
just
at
being
the
honest.
same time, like it got messy right there, though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's where it got messy.
That's where
like Drake fucked it up when he said that line.
That's just,
I'd be with the bodyguards like Whitney, and then that's where it got messy. You know, Bodyguard is a movie about Whitney Houston, right? You know that part, right?
I know that part too, but come on, man.
So that's when it got messy.
Listen, man,
not when he said you're a bad fucking father and you don't raise your son and you don't know nothing about that.
Obviously, it got messier later on too. But I'm just saying, like, once you put that out,
I hate this narrative.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good on the narrative. I see you trying to walk it in.
So they're arguing with each other on the narrative, right? I mean, for a moment there was clarity, there was honesty, and that's good. It's good to have honesty. They're walking it back a little bit, obviously, but again, Kendrick from the start had said that this could be a friendly fade, and he warned Drake. And I remember listening to the first, I listened to Drake's songs, but I was also listening to every single one of Kendrick's songs. And even before we got to Meet the Grams, there were plenty of warnings. Like,
go ahead and make your own space and do that bullshit. We ain't doing that. I see you ain't working that shit up in.
Okay, so now they're telling this guy who's in their club that we don't agree with what you're saying, so go somewhere else and make a space and talk about that bullshit.
That shit ass. Go ahead, Rico.
All right. I don't know if you want me to do the Crody thing because you know that's a little bit longer, but you know I explained that 1,000 times in the past. But you let me know. But I hate the fucking, this ain't a 20v1, this is a 1v20. I hate this entire bar. First of all, it was literally a 20v1. Yeah. Like, even your hating ass had to admit this shit at a certain point that you just ran in with a group of niggas dissing. Everybody was dissing this nigga at the same time. I always hated that propaganda. I always hated that narrative where everybody wants to pretend like, oh, nah.
Big JML, I see you requesting again. Look, I see what you're trying to do, but I'm not even going to assume. I will let you speak because I want to have conversations. But if you're going to have the conversation, bro, only talk about the song we're on. We can do that.
He's gonna fuck up, Jay. He's gonna.
I'll give Jay some props. And Jay is the guy that you always see on Twitter that's 24/7 writing for Drake. But I'll give him props that he's at least trying to have a conversation.
Watch.
I just want him, if he stay on the song, I'm cool. Because I'm cool to have the conversation. Because I'm sure he's going to say, I like both. I'm a fan of both. You know how they do. I'm a Drake fan, but I want to hear from him so we have some real discourse. But please, whatever song we're on, just talk about that song. Don't compare to what somebody else said on another song. And then you can stay up. I promise.
Yeah, we on Euphoria, big dog.
Yeah, so let's go ahead. Blue, you can go ahead and start speaking. I'm going to bring him up.
No, I actually wanted to just respond to what he was saying. It's nothing disrespectful.
Man, my first question, man, is like, what's wrong with being a fan of both?
Wait, I said Blue is supposed to be speaking, gang. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I got you, but yeah.
Yeah. I'll finish. I'm just saying nothing disrespectful about that line. You saying a person's girlfriend, baby mama name is not disrespectful. That is not inherently disrespectful. Y'all talk about how Tupac was telling people, wives, y'all fuck your wife and shit. That is disrespectful. If I say your wife's name, that is not disrespectful. It's nothing messy about that.
Let's say hypothetically, Whitney do be with bodyguards. You be with some bodyguards like Whitney. What the fuck does that mean? Where's the disrespect at?
Right? What the fuck?
Like, what are you saying? He didn't say nothing about it. He didn't say fuck her. She did this or blah blah blah. I be with some bodyguards like Whitney. If you say anything else, you're assuming, and that means you thought the bar was more fire than whatever he said.
Oh, can I say something real quick, low key? I honestly think it's kind of conspiracy, but I honestly think Drake did that on purpose just to see if that nigga would like take it there. Like I'm gonna say your wife's name, but I'm not gonna say nothing about her just to see if you're like gonna, be on some real disrespectful shit, and that nigga fell for
it. Nice.
Like he did that shit for real. Like, let me just see if you're gonna do some wild shit.
Yo, can I ask homie a question real quick, Jay?
Oh, yeah, y'all got it. You
so JML, let me ask you this question. So it's gonna be a little bit off topic, Jay. Later on in the beef, he goes on to mention every single one of Drake's immediate family members, right? So let me ask you this. If before that song comes out where Kendrick is talking about it, like would you have been completely cool? Would you have been completely cool with Drake mentioning Kendrick's parents by name?
If before Meet the Grams?
Yeah. Would you have been cool with that? Or would you say that was bad on Drake's part?
I mean, it would be kind of wild for sure.
Okay, but was it wild that Kendrick did it to his?
Yeah, for sure it was wild, but like
we kind of skipped over that Whitney line. But let's keep in mind that a couple entendres there. One of them could definitely be a jab at Whitney, and definitely with Drake inferring that Whitney would need protection against Kendrick. This would definitely be a play on those words.
Beef, bro. Like it gets.
Okay, so wait. No, he just asked you a direct question and said, "Would it be wild if Drake did it?" You said, "Well, yeah, it'd be kind of wild." And then he said, "What about Kendrick?" Well, it's wild, but it's beef. So you gave him a but. It's beef. You gave him an out, but it was Drake. It was just weird. Come on, gang. You gotta bruh. Matter of fact, let's stop. I don't want to ask some questions because I want to talk to him as the songs go. So if JML, if you want to speak about Euphoria, and then we're going to move on to the next one.
Listen, man, like I said, I'm a fan of both. Like I fuck with Drake heavy and I fuck with Kendrick, man. I think Euphoria was hard. I thought it was a good record. That's just my opinion.
Talk about the bars, man.
Okay, the bars. I thought y'all were talking about the 20v1, the 1v20 shit. Like, if you listen, I believe Drake writes like majority of his shit. I believe his pen is legit, 100%.
Bitch to me. If you was in a pine box, I would still be in my spot. For you to make it to the peak.
And I'm not gonna lie, when Drake came out with this snippet or song, this was definitely one of my favorite tracks off of Take Care, and it was because Kendrick was on it and he was doing his thing like always. So I actually thought this was clever when Drake dropped it, but what he says in it, I'm just like, what the hell are you doing?
It have to be the death of me. The death of me. Looking in the mirror, still embarrassed. Stop talking how you gonna spare us. React like an infant whenever I mention. It's like you need tension, I always get attention. You always say how you wanna bury me alive. Jealousy disguised as your motherfucking pride. Took you on your first tour with us trying to catch a vibe. I was headline, you was standing on the side. Brought you and that other hoe along for the ride. First time people lined up for your ass. Now you saying two pussy boys getting out of line. You been hating hard for a very long time. It feel like Twitter ghosts writing your reply. Streets out here talking like at least a nigga tried. That's how you felt in 2011 while we wasting time. Dreams come true, Crody. This is where you die. That was better than all his disses. You shouldn't start by saying, nigga, I said it. I know that you mad. I've emptied the clip over friendlier jabs. You mentioned my seed, and I deal with his dad. I gotta go bad. I gotta go bad. Yeah,
Hunts in the chat, hunts in the chat, fire in the chat, fire in the chat, goddamn. Shut a space, shut a space, shut a space. It's up. They forgot about the best one.
I was really, really trying to keep it PG. I was really, really trying to keep it PG. If you had a set, they give your ass a DP. Two civilian gang in real life, you PC. You know who really bang a set, my nigga YG. You know who.
When I was listening to the live, I knew that as soon as they started playing this song, I basically knew what they were going to say and how they were going to react.
Really bang a set, my nigga Chuck T. You know who even bang a set out there is CB. And nigga Cole losing sleep on this, it ain't me. You better out here begging for attention, nigga, say please. Always rapping like you about to get the slaves free. You just acting like an activist, it's make believe. Don't even go back to your hood and plant no money. Don't make it day freeze. Cause if your GM is your BMC,
I have suffered enough.
Drop a 50 bag for the mob in a spot.
Hey, it is a perfect opportunity. Drop a comment. Tell me what you think about all this. It's crazy, right? Drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and while you're at it, turn on the notifications so you can get the latest drop. And also, shout out to the homies. CNI Plus, I see you, fam. Prudent One, and shout out to Big Zo at Big Zo TV. Go check out his channel. He was the one to kind of inform me that this was happening, and I was walking right out of work when he sends me the link to the stream, and
Drop a 50 bag, 29 for the car. I was really, really trying to keep it.
All right, so technically, by their metrics and they wanted to split shit up, we just played 2 songs in a row. Buried Alive Part 2, and then Part 1 of Family Matters. So we can talk from right here. And then we'll play them as different songs. So they don't got that narrative no more. If you want to talk about it, put your hand up, and then we're going to go around. Are we good there? Everybody, anyone to say? All right, Rico, go ahead.
All right, so just right off the bat, like I remember this night, and it's always gonna be with me for the rest of my life because
I bet you do.
I'm not saying that Drake never used to be like that. He's always been like that, especially when it comes to bars and beef. But this night for me was cemented him in like the top 5 of beef history, right? Because I think that this is a
Drake
top 3.
loves beef.
I think this is the third.
I think the Buried Alive joint is another one where I don't probably go back to it that much. Though I think we could have done without it. To be like, it was cool, but it wasn't like necessary.
Don't tell me what we can do without. We don't got without it. So why the fuck does that even matter, my nigga? We got it.
Just relax.
What are you trying to? That's weird as hell that you even say that. What are you trying to push right now? Okay?
All right, bro.
We got the song. We don't need to be without it, my nigga. We got it.
Jay,
That's so weird. Like, what the fuck?
Well, I'm just giving my opinion, bro. You just asked me to speak.
That ain't your opinion. You're saying who can? All right, we could have did without Euphoria. We could have did without 616. We could have did without Kendrick. That don't matter, nigga. We got the battle. Talk about the battle.
This guy Jay gives me sorry. This guy Jay gives me Pinky from Next Friday vibes.
Shut the fuck, shut. No! Oh shit! Say it again. Say something else. Oh! Say something else. Say something else, nigga. I'm gonna tie your old monkey ass up.
About the battle, bro. Relax, man.
No, you said we could have did without something. Bro, what the fuck are you talking about? That's what we got. That's what you judge what we got, nah, nigga. That's it.
Let's take a deep breath in.
I'll move.
No, all right. Don't do that weird shit to me, gang. You ain't been in this bitch before, then you don't know me. I get it. That's cool. This is me all the time. So don't start that weird ass shit about you're yelling. Oh my God, calm down. Oh my God, why you crashing out? Nigga, either talk about what we talking about or get the fuck out, gang. There's two options.
All right, man. I think it was cool, man. I think it was cool. It was a nice, it was a nice tune.
You got nothing to add. It's cool. What the fuck does that mean? Who you said? You just said Drake was up. Drake was up after Euphoria, so obviously Kendrick ain't did. I don't even want to talk to you right now. It's cool. You ain't got. It's cool, nigga. You just said it's cool. You ain't got nothing else to add. It's cool.
Let me get more in depth real quick, and I'm out. All right, listen. I'm just.
You ain't about to get more in depth and then be out, nigga. If you ain't gonna talk about this other songs, then you can be out now. Keep it moving, gang.
Listen, bro. Listen, not out of here. I'm just saying, I like done with this part. Yo, man, you tripping? Listen, I'm just saying, like.
Don't tell me I'm tripping. Go ahead.
All right, man. It made me laugh. It was interesting, but I was waiting.
Infighting.
I think we got it on the third part of Family Matters, but I was waiting for the more hard hitting shit. But it was cool. It was funny and it was entertaining.
Bro, no, you're right. No, you need to be out. Just leave, nigga. Matter of fact, you're not coming back up, bro. Just leave. I ain't never seen a nigga we talk about the beef, and he talking about all this shit I don't want. I wish he wouldn't have did this. I wish he wouldn't have did that. He didn't really need this. Nigga, is that what the fuck we said? You ain't said about Kendrick songs. He shouldn't have said this. He shouldn't have said that. He shouldn't have did this. Nigga, talk about what we got. Stop trying to remove shit. I don't understand the point of that, gang. Man, let's move on, bro. Let's go ahead and move on before I get mad for real. You really talk about Drake positive a lot, so I don't understand even what the fuck you're talking about today. It's like you're trying to be, you're doing the academic shit.
No.
Where you're literally on some shit where I want to be in the middle so far that you sound like a hater.
Okay.
But I'm looking at your post right now, and you're not a hater. So it's like, bro, stop this weird shit you keep doing. I don't know if you propaganda got you, if you brainwashed, but you are a Drake fan. Stop acting like you in the middle. Go ahead. You got it, JML. It's on you.
Nobody wants to hear from you, Ken.
I gave you the apology, bro. So I'm a real nigga, bro. I ain't against being wrong or whatever. I called you a K-bot. You're not a K-bot. I see the post.
You're not really wrong.
But you are saying some weird shit that I just don't like. I just don't understand.
But you're not really wrong. He was doing that, like playing both sides of shit because he kept just like you brought it up. Like at the end, he didn't even have to mention Kendrick because that verse wasn't even about Kendrick, and he mentioned Kendrick at the end of his like review.
That's what I said. By the specific things he get, like when we said, "What about this Kendrick song?" He was like, he was insinuating or he was complimenting. Hey, Kendrick said this. Did you guys know this part about this? But then when Drake, well, he could have left this out. Well, he said this, but it really wasn't as good as what. Like it's like you was doing that weird shit. So I just don't understand where you coming from, Big J, man. You gotta explain yourself, gang. All right, now.
Wait, can y'all hear me?
I hear pride now. Yeah.
Okay. Thank God. I had to get my headphones and shit. All right. Basically, I was gonna say like my favorite line from that is the flip from the "Maybe I'm Prince and you actually Mike" bar. I like that bar. He is rapping for the whites. I mean, he's going to Imagine Dragons. He's going to Taylor Swift. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so they're criticizing Kendrick for doing features with Taylor Swift or Imagine Dragons. Yet Drake is doing has done stream features with Aiden Ross, XQC. He's been associated with the Nelk Boys. So what's the point?
It's crazy when you really look at the fucking numbers. JML, go ahead, bro.
Can y'all hear me? My fault. My Wi-Fi. Can y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I can hear you, yeah.
All right. Yeah, so about what you were saying, Jay, yes, I am a Drake fan. I've listened to Drake my whole life, man. I'm a bigger Drake fan than the Kendrick fan. I have more Drake songs in my library than Kendrick songs. I'm just telling you my honest reaction when I first heard these songs.
But you weren't. No. Like I said, I'm not. Even though I apologize, I'm not gonna let you gaslight the people. That's not what you were saying. I asked you for your original when you felt, and you start talking to me about what people said or what the media said or what the masses said. So if you said at this point,
look, shout out to JML. He's being honest, and even Jay, the host, confirmed by going on his page, and he saw that he was more of a Drake fan than he was a Kendrick fan or fan of any other artist. He said it himself, and he was confused because he wasn't speaking to the narrative that he wants to push or that this club wants to push. So he's frustrated, and I like that JML is he does do these back pedals where he's trying to kind of stay in this space. So he'll kind of meet Jay halfway, but ultimately, this is the way that this gentleman feels, and they don't like that.
Drake was up, so we know Drake is still up on Family Matters. But when you talk about bars, stop telling like when it comes to Drake, don't tell me what he should have left out or what could have changed. Just say what we got. Just go based off what you heard and how you felt.
Okay, I can say what I like and what I didn't like, right?
Now you can say what you don't like, but you saying, "Oh, he should have left this out." I don't know why he added this. That's weird to me.
All right, cool. All right, then I won't say that. Then look, this third part right here, I'll tell you what I like and what I didn't like. I thought this third part overall was hard. I thought it was dope. I love the melody. I think that Michael Jackson kind of line he had at the end with like talking about like your brother Jermaine, but you want to keep him out of the light. That scheme, the way he said, maybe I'm Prince and you actually Mike. That shit was super fire. I think like it was just I think it was a great scheme, and I like the oh shit ad libs he was doing. Like he was like surprised to say the shit he was saying. I thought that was pretty funny and entertaining. I thought the only thing I fucked with it heavy. I was going crazy when I first heard this. The beat, the flow, everything was dope. The only thing I didn't like on that was there's only Big D and there's video proof. I don't want to hear that in a diss song personally, but just as a straight man.
Speak for
But
yourself.
besides,
I mean, like, no, no, no.
I mean, that's valid
Let him
though.
get his
That's
shit
very
off.
valid.
But look,
That's
look,
valid.
look, because you're making this point because everybody like even with Kendrick, bros pointed out they point out his lyrics and then they said why they don't make sense and then they point out the Drake lyrics and then they praise them. So I get it that as a fan shit, but nobody has said, Kendrick should have left this out or Kendrick I don't like this about Kendrick. They just said this was trash, this was not. So
All right,
I
so
will let you
that's I'm gonna
slide
keep
with
it.
what you just said, but keep that same energy. If you're gonna say both sides, when we listen to Kendrick, interrupted just to stay where you're at. So even with this, like you said, the timing. Have you ever made music?
yeah, I
Okay,
have.
so you know how the writing process works. You know how the recording process works. You know how
Yeah,
the mixing, mastering, and then uploading process works. So if he dropped it in 15 minutes, you know it's impossible that he responded to anything. So he already had this ready. Matter of fact, there are videos where he had it already on the YouTube unlisted, and then he listed it once he dropped Family Matters. So he already was waiting on him to say something so he can just make this playable. So you're cool with that though? Like, yeah, it wasn't nothing. He wasn't gonna respond to Family Matters at all. He just wanted to drop a disrespectful song. That was a lie because you're cool with lies.
am I cool, bro? Like the song is still a response though. What do you mean?
The
It
response to
was
what?
pre-recorded.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's pre. Yeah, am I gonna fault the guy for being prepared? Like what? What do
It
you
was
mean?
a lie.
No, no, no. You can't be.
Man,
So,
hold
no,
on.
no, stop, stop. I got it, got it, got it, I got it, got it. So you're saying that it's cool if it's a response. You love the strat because you call it strategy. But he already said
Yeah,
something that we said that we know is a lie. So he made a random song lying about something, just calling it disrespect for them, and then put it on his YouTube to wait for him Drake to drop a song so he can say, "Hey, I've dropped this as well." But it's all lies. It's false. It's false. So you respect that.
the
Let's keep in mind, Kendrick also said he had how many in stock? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. He told you. So if he predicted what you were going to say before you said it to the T, like JMEL said, he was better prepared.
I do because it was effective, bro. It did kind of
What's the
flip the
fact? No,
whole
no.
shit.
Remember how we started. How you felt. You saying effective tells me that you're saying
To
that
me,
people responded to it well. How
no,
did you
no.
respond to it?
To me, okay. How I responded, I was like, my first reaction, I went to the daughter shit. I was like, I don't know about that. I haven't seen that. I don't know.
The whole
That
song is
was kind of I was
delusional, bro.
iffy on that. But I think
Oh, I got you,
him
Noodles.
taking it up a notch. I think him taking it up a notch with the disrespect. I was like, damn, that's kind of crazy how he's violating his mom and his dad like that. I
So
think
you, so you,
him
so
talking.
no, so in disses and battles, I got you, Noodles. So in disses and battles, you respect the person that's more disrespectful. Like that is what wins a battle for you. Whoever's more disrespectful
It's not.
wins.
It's not. It's not the only way you win a battle. You can win a battle with good bars, and you can win
But
a
we already
battle with
said. But
clever.
remember, you said Drake is up right now. So right now you're saying that he was because we said he lied about the. He said a whole bunch. You lie, you lie, you lie in that song. But we know Kendrick
Yeah,
lied about the daughter. He lied about this. He lied about that. So you're saying if he went up after the song, you're saying it's because he was more disrespectful because he lied. The song wasn't good. You can't tell me
Yeah,
the song was good. The beat was ass. Like, come on now. So
correct.
what put him up?
I think he was more
Cool.
disrespectful. It wasn't intricate bars. He was more
So that's what I just
violent.
asked you.
Fuck
So
Whitney
you
still.
all right. Remember, forget it. So
It was
so
not
you're saying that
disrespectful.
that more disrespect is what you put ahead of the battle because you just said he was more disrespect. I mean, you said he lied about the daughter. You even questioned it, and we know the beat was nothingness, and he was just regular rhyme pattern. He didn't do nothing fine, nothing fancy. It was no
Right.
bars. He was just more disrespectful.
Correct.
So if that's the case, then niggas can get in a battle and just say the most disrespectful thing that's a lie, and they win a battle. Is that how every battle is gonna get, judged by now?
No. Well, if we going deeper into it, um I think it can't just be disrespect that's just like, random. Like it's gotta have some direction or some hints of truth to
So
it. It's
what is the
gotta be
hint
able
of
to hit
truth of
home.
him having a fake daughter?
Exactly.
That part I'm confused about. What
So how did he
I don't
go up?
understand
What
that
was the
part.
disrespect then? Let me ask that. What was this
When
disrespect that he went up a notch?
Hey, look, again, props to this guy, JML, for speaking up and being honest. Because I can tell that even in his attempt to be honest, they're cornering him. And they've threatened him a few times. I didn't include it in these clips, but they have threatened to basically kick him out of the discussion. And he's trying to stay in. He's trying to make his points respectfully. So I'll give him his props.
And Drake said, Kendrick, you got fucked by your uncle as a kid that became your auntie. Is that more disrespectful or no? Yes or no?
The
Good
uncle line
God
is more
All
Almighty.
right, that's what I'm
disrespectful.
saying. Like every line, you saying he won by disrespect, but you ain't said nothing more disrespectful yet.
so 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 yeah, so Family Matters is more disrespectful than Meet the Grams, right? When you listen to Meet the Grams and you listen to Family Matters, you think Family Matters is more disrespectful?
That's not what I said. I'm going by.
Okay. And there you have it. It's interesting to definitely be in these spaces and watch these individuals interact. I believe the fandom here goes to a level that's unhealthy. However, as you saw, not everybody in that space is necessarily with the same mindset. And then you have others that are extreme right, where they feel as if they're almost an extension of Drake, to the point where you can tell they get furious so much that there are slurs or accusations thrown to the other side. The parallels of this fandom is very much reminiscent of that MAGA mindset. I believe I heard Curtis King from Curtis King TV coined the term, or he used the term OVO MAGA, and that explains this group very well. My only hope in us reviewing these clips are one, to kind of poke fun at the some of the comments and the outlandish behavior. But my hope is that these individuals will continue to hold these spaces of conversation, and that maybe one day they can reach a level of reality. If not through the conversation, that they're eventually going to have to see that individual that they're following does not represent who they may be at their core, or he may represent them at their core 100%. So only time will tell. But I do appreciate you for spending time with me once again. And just remember, the culture moves fast, but we move faster. Stay tapped in, stay safe, and stay famous, family. Peace.
Straight to the point, and always got my damn lighter to the